Sugar beets are big business in Michigan, as the state is number 4 in the nation in production. Researchers and extension specialists are helping growers identify glyphosate resistant weeds.
In Michigan, we've kind of been lagging behind other states, which is a great thing when it comes to glyphosate resistance. But unfortunately, we have some populations of different weeds that are come up to be glyphosate resistant. And one of the ones that we're the most concerned about is Palmer amaranth. And that one is just a difficult weed to control. And if we get it in our sugar beet growing region, it's going to be very detrimental to the sugar company.
Resistance to Roundup is one key area of Sprague's research.
Roundup resistance, the glyphosate resistance, is probably one of the things that my program is really focusing on because that's just really going to be devastating to a lot of our cropping systems because we rely so heavily on Roundup in our different crop production systems.
The research being conducted is noticed by those participating in the field days and others in the local community.
It's a nice day. A lot of them are driving by this every day probably, or they're wondering what's going on. And it's nice to have people come out and see what you're actually doing. When we have had bad pest infestations, they can literally get off the wagon and actually see it. It's not just MSU that uses this facility. There's now industry people can sometimes bring in their folks and see the same plot. So a lot of people, Michigan AgriBusiness Association is using this facility. So it's being well used by a lot of the agricultural community.
What's been great about having this facility and several of the other farms is we're able to do things a little bit more in depth and maybe push things a little bit further to the edge.
Michigan State University AgBioResearch, changing the face of science.